Hi everybody, Colin Harville here with Creative Ventures, bringing you this month's episode of Over Coffee. And today we're going to be talking about how to take advantage of the bottleneck in your sales process. So when I'm talking about selling smart in this regard, I'm really talking about engineering your sale intelligently. So understanding that eventually there's going to be one person who pulls the trigger on whether they do business with you or not, there's some things that come into play. Understanding the company wiring, who's responsible for what throughout the sales process up to the decision maker is extremely valuable. You see, every sale is basically a bottleneck. At the top, you have your decision maker, but up until that bottle, you have everyone else involved in setting up that sale before it gets to the decision maker. You do presentations, you submit reports, you have conversations and develop relationships, and at some point, it gets to the desk of the big dog at the table who's going to pull the trigger on whether or not they do business. What I find extremely helpful is understanding where in that bottleneck up to the decision maker my time is most valuably spent. So to do that, you first have to know the company wiring. What VP is in charge of what sales guy's in charge of what customer relations person's in charge of what. And from there, you create a hierarchy of importance. Who's actually going to be involved in this sale? What you really want to do is you want to think about building relationships and touch points with everyone in the process up until it gets to the bottleneck. And that does a couple things. One, it makes sure that there's a clear understanding of the value from everybody that's going to be at the table with that decision maker. Two, if you do it well, you're going to create a group of advocates for you and your sale, your idea, your value that you bring to the table, so that when that decision maker goes around the table to check in with other trusted advisors that he has in his business, they are all on your team. Now this can take some time and it's complicated, and sometimes you won't find the exact company wiring. Not every company lists those out. But focusing on the relationships you need to build up until the decision maker to facilitate that sale even quicker is extremely valuable. Listen, decisions seldom get made in a vacuum, regardless of if there's one person pulling the trigger at the end of the day or not. Create that team of advocates, and I guarantee you'll see an increase in your sales numbers. Well, that's it for this week. We'll see you next time on Over Coffee.